Good morning, everyone. Everyone, thank you for joining this wonderful webinar. So today we have very good topic. You can see on screen how to teach robots to intelligently process document using AI part one. Whenever we are doing it, a document automations or we want to digitalize the entire documentation part, it's difficult to handle all the unstructured different patterns kind of documents. So using the document understanding module, we can easily minimize those challenges and we can easily automate those kind of use cases such as the invoice processing, receipt processing, KYC, this kind of the uh, use cases, business processes using the document understanding module with AI ML technologies. It help us to get it automated. So today we have our speaker, and this topic is demonstrated by the Shraddha Gore. She's RP developer working step one step ahead, and she also part of our R&D teams. So where we are doing the research about the new technologies of the UiPath or RPA, and she have done this research as well from her side, and she come up with the whatever she understood and whatever she hands on. So those knowledge she wanted to share with us. So over to you, Shraddha, and thanks for this demonstrating this webinar, I can say now. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Amit, and thank you everyone for joining us today. So, as Amit has introduced, today we will be learning how to teach our robots to process our documents using artificial intelligence. So, our today's agenda, it is first we will see which kind of challenges do we face when we have different types of documents. Then we will see how document understanding helps us in reducing those challenges. And third, we will practically implement two use cases. Now for document understanding, when we have to process lots of documents, then UiPath has its own module, document understanding. It is a very intelligent feature and very powerful. It helps us in extracting data from PDFs, images, scanned documents, and handwriting also. But there are few challenges which we face when we have so many types of documents. For example, we can have documents in different formats like PDFs, images, and also in images also we have different formats like PNG, JPEGs. Then also we cannot guarantee that these documents can have same structure. For example, like our PAN card is different than Aadhaar card for the format. Also the invoices also change depending on vendor to vendor. Now we can use OCR activities for this handling, but OCR activities, they require the document to be present in foreground, and moreover they are also slow. But document understanding handles this very efficiently, because in document understanding it identifies all kinds of formats and structures. You can feed your document understanding module with many number of document types, 10, 20, 500, and it will still be able to recognize your document. It also works with skew documents or rotated documents. If you took picture of your receipt, and if you feed to your document understanding module, then also it will extract the data which you are interested in. Also document understanding handles handwriting, signatures. In forms also we have check boxes, so it recognizes that which is yes, which is ticked or not. Then also we have freedom to use many different types of extractors, which I will discuss in few moments. So for normally every document understanding process, this is the flow. What we do is first we load taxonomy. taxonomy means in here we tell our module that these are my documents, and from these documents I want to extract these fields. For example, today we are having invoice and check, and so we will feed in taxonomy that uh, we have check and invoice, and from invoice I want invoice number, vendor name, etc. Then once we have the taxonomy defined, then we digitize our document. Digitizing document means we get the text from the document. Then after we get the text, then we have to classify it, means like using keywords that this is my invoice, or this is my pan card, this is Aadhaar card. That is called classifying. Then the next step is extracting the data. For extracting the data, we have different kinds of extractors. Today in this part 1 demo, we will be using form extractor and intelligent form extractor. Now the fifth step is validation. This is completely optional part, but I recommend using this in early stages of development. Here one screen shows up wherein we can validate that our data is right or not. We can change if it is not right. And the last step is exporting the validated data. So when I said that document understanding is very powerful, then it is because it comes it has bundles. For example, like it has its own OCR, it has its own pre-trained ML models, and depending on your extractor, there are also other different packages which get installed. Like we have form extractor, intelligent form extractor. You can also use a intelligent keyword classifier and handwriting OCR. But now when you have to start using document understanding module, there are prerequisites for it. First thing is you need to get your API key, which can be found in UiPath Automation Cloud. It is located under licenses and robot services. And the second most important prerequisite is installing the packages. Most important package is UiPath.intelligent OCR.activities, as it has all this document understanding modules. And the second is UiPath.documentunderstanding.ml activities. This package gives you more flexible ML extractors. And the third is OCR engine, whichever you prefer. Now for today, we have two use cases. First one is we have this invoice, which you can see. And from this invoice, we will be extracting invoice number, vendor name, total amount, and the product table. And the second use case is we will feed our document understanding module with these two checks, and we will verify whether check is signed or not. So let's first see how our first use case is built up. Let me first run this file. See, these are the same models which I explained, that load, taxonomy, digitize document, then classify. Okay, so let's see how it extracted. First, it was able to recognize that it is a invoice document type because we have this invoice keyword here. Then for invoice number, which is here, okay, it extracted it. The vendor name is present over here. It is also right. Then total is here. Okay. And for table, we have 3 rows. Remove paper, desk, and Windows workstation. If something would have not extracted correctly, then we can simply edit these fields. Now I'm saving this. The data which is extracted, it is present in the data tables. So here we can see that all these fields were extracted and they are in particular columns. As our table was a whole table and not just a column, so we have another data table for this table. And also if you see here, we got 4 data tables, but we would have expected that only 2 should be there. This is because this simple fields, it is compatible with XLSX document, and this simple fields formatted. This data table is compatible with CSV documents. The data does not change in any of these data tables. Now, I will explain the code. I had told you that we will be defining our documents in taxonomy manager. So in here, you can give any name to your document, group, category. It totally depends on you. Now for this invoice fields, we add a number, it is text, vendor name text. I'm taking total also as text, and for table, I'm defining these columns. Let me add one more column, one more field, and I will show you how we map it. So the taxonomy is loaded in this activity. Here it digitizes the document. You can use any OCR. I prefer OmniPage OCR. In classification, it classifies using keywords. For example, now for this invoice, we are sure that these keywords will be present in any invoice, like invoice, bill to, ship to. And for check, I'm using these keywords because I'm having State Bank of India check. Then for these templates, let's go here. You have to define one template so that you get to extract the data. Let us edit this template. First is page one matching info. Means now suppose that your data is spanning across multiple pages. Then to identify that page, we provide a few keywords which will be present in that page only. So now I had only one page. So I gave this pro forma invoice to this page one matching info. We have invoice number, vendor name already there. We have to extract bill to. Now for that, highlight your area where your data is expected to be present. Then I'm using custom area. You can also use tokens. And then click on this extract value. Okay. Also, let me see if table is right there or not. Okay. We can see that everything is proper here. We can save this. If you had another template, let's say of Amazon or in Flipkart, then you could have just created one more template. You select your document type, template name, and anything which you think is good. Then you have to also feed this module one sample template so that it extracts the data. And then this configure button will be present there. Just click on it. It will digitize the document and one template will be created. Now we will have to add our bill to field here in invoice. Bill to. Okay, I'm keeping present validation station. It is optional. Export date results. Okay, and forge. Let's run and see how it goes. Also, if you are on community edition, then you might encounter this error. Just retry that, because the session is automatically created and it sometimes expires within 1 minute only. Okay, document type is invoice, number is right, vendor name, total. Okay. Okay, 3 rows. And bill to, it is here. It is also right. So we can see that our data is extracted in these data tables, and then we can further process this as per our requirement. So the table will be extracted, right? Mm. Now we will see our second use case. So we are feeding our module two checks. One we can see is signed and another is unsigned. Let's see how it works. Okay, so it identified the document type is check because it was able to find the state keyword. And in signature, I had highlighted this region. So we have the signature. So it is showing us yes. Okay. Again, it was able to identify document type, and as signature is not present in this highlighted area, so it says that no signature is present. Signature yes. And for the unsigned one, signature no. Let me tell you what changes are done in this code. So everything is same from loading taxonomy, then digitizing it. Classifiers is also same. Only the changes in this I drag and drop intelligent form extractor in templates. See, uh, it it has this functionality that it can work with handwritten documents and signatures. So that's why it asked me that do you have signature in any of the fields? So I had pointed out to signature. And then the rest is same. This for each loop, it is not required. I just use this so that I can show you an Excel sheet. And also there is one more benefit of using this taxonomy. Now for this project, I had created this taxonomy from scratch. But now suppose you want to work on a different project and you require this same fields, then I can simply share this file with you, and then you are good to go with it. So if you have any queries, then I can answer them.
Thanks, Shraddha. So team, we are ready for the your question and answer session. But yeah, before that, I mean, we are closing our session. Anyone is any doubts, just let us know. We can discuss here. And I wanted to explain before that. So this is a first part. So as Shraddha mentioned, there are different parts are there. So and different types are there. So, today's we have only keeping two. So in our further series, we'll come up with the more types. Yeah, go ahead, team.
Hello. Yeah, hi Shraddha, Soni here.
Hi, Soni.
Yeah, using this document understanding tool, it will give 100% accuracy data, right? For scanned PDFs and handwritten documents.
Yes, Soni.
Okay.
First, you will have to do your trial and error, because in initial phases you have to train your model. But once you have just trained it, then there will be no issues with it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
also, I should tell everyone this that here I used form extractor because I was knowing that my invoice is fixed, is having fixed format. So form extractor is used in the cases when you know that your data will be present in those XY coordinates. If you're not sure that your data will be present there, then we have different extractors, which we will be learning in next part.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So, team, do you think this is interesting things which we have come up with today's webinar?
Yes, it's very interesting.
Yes, yes, very much interesting.
Yeah,
It's help us to
For scan PDFs and handwritten documents, developers face most of the problems while extracting data.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, for scan PDFs, if a developer is working on one scan PDF, but most of the PDFs are there in the different formats. So extraction of data is coming in different.
correct.
It's very useful.
Correct. And in fact, they have, so I mean, a signature use case. So they have some a KYC in a KYC use case. So sometime you have to verify signature is there or not, or while the some receipt collections or some approvals, or let's say loan departments, they have the person who asks for a loan submit the loan documents, but again the verification side, signatures, these all the informations need to be captured. So there we can use this document understanding module. Great.
so Shraddha, can we can extract the data from image also apart from PDF?
Yes. Now in these use cases, I was having all these images only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
So partly we have kept the images only because we know that PDF it's possible, but
Correct.
to know about, but it's doable with the images or not. So that's why we have kept the image.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
Yep.
Pankaj.
Just so I just want had some doubts. Like doubts means just is there how can we do the handwriting? Understand the handwriting in it. So do I think as you said we will be having a different session. Do we have that? Will be will be there?
Yes, in next session we will be dealing with handwriting.
Okay.
But it's same like you show your where the data is present, and in intelligent form extractor, if you remember, here we had that feature. Means, that it asks which are the handwritten fields, which are the signature fields. So we will be using this approach.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Shraddha.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will.
So I hope team you like this second use case. I hope, because I like the use case most, because extracting data from the invoices somehow we can manage, but the signatures, okay, so with valid signature, with invalid signatures, those are the complicated use cases. So it can be easily understand when the section is there. So we are giving the element exists, that work around we can do it, but it's not a proper way. But whatever things are there, so something element is there, but signature is over there or not, we don't know that. So that's why with this extractor, very intelligent way we can handle the signature as well. All right, so anyone have any queries, or you guys cleared with those two use cases?
Yes.
Wonderful. Good, we can say here. So thank you, Shraddha, for this topic, and you explained very well, and we wait for you further more parts, because we wanted to get hands-on in all these different parts as is shown on the slides, right? So we have covered two parts. So in upcoming series, we'll see different parts also. All right. Thank you so much, Shraddha.
Thank you, Amit, and thank you, everyone.